It's Brian here. Just making sure my mic's on. I can't see the light. Oh, there is a light on it. Okay, the last video I did, Charing Cross to Trafalgar Square, it was sunrise, and a lot of you have noticed that there's a lot of blur and noise because of the low light. Although it looks bright in the video, it's not actually that bright. It's a bit misleading. It's actually like a sunrise. But there's literally just been an update in Final Cut Pro, which is they've introduced a noise reduction for 360 video and normal video. I don't know if the noise reduction's been improved or if it's been added, but I've just found it, and it was talked about in their update. So what I've done is I've selected the video and I've applied noise reduction to the footage, and I'm making this video because it's really made a dramatic difference. If I just play it from here, now the original was quite blurry here and juddery, but as you can see, I don't know if it's doing justice here or not, but it's extremely clear. And let me just turn that volume down. It's extremely clear, other than my smudge, because I forgot to clean the lens, which is really annoying. And my throat, I've had a really bad cough lately, so my voice sounds a bit funny. Let me just forward it a little bit so we get to the square, and you can actually see the difference here. I don't know if you're seeing the benefits of what I can see because of compression and that, but it is extremely clear. I'm gobsmacked. All I did, and I haven't even played with the settings, I just used it on the default noise reduction, and it's made a tremendous difference to it. Now there's probably still some blur going on. I can still see some blur there, but it's not as prominent. So the low light is still having an impact on the footage. Now I'm hoping that Insta360 are probably aware of the low light thing, and it's a software thing which they can do rather than a hardware thing. But I believe the GoPro also has issues in low light, so it could be, I mean, I don't know, I'm not an expert with these cameras, but I would imagine it's probably something to do with the lenses. So I think for now, as a learning curve, if the light isn't great, it might be a good idea to still do walking shots, but use a tripod a lot more, you know. But I have just applied this noise reduction, and I'm gobsmacked at the quality change in the footage. I mean, it looks better than 4K, in my opinion, but I'm still seeing that blur on the walk a little bit, so can't seem to get rid of that. I think it's just something we're gonna have to live with. But let me just forward it down, because I can see it's all rendered. Let's flick forward a little bit. There we go. I wish I'm really kicking myself over not cleaning that lens. So take a note, everyone. Clean that lens regularly. I literally must have smudged my finger on it, taken it out of the case. Look how clear that is. They have added other things as well. I think here on the original it was really blurry, because it was speeded up as well, so it would exaggerate the blur. And it really doesn't look that bad. I really wish they put this update out yesterday when I was doing the editing. I only just got the update. I'm going to do some videos on using this editor, because I think they also added the tiny planet as well. So now you can do Tiny Planet in Final Cut Pro, which is why main reason why I wasn't using it, because I wanted to have a go at doing Tiny Planets. But now they've incorporated it. It's still not as smooth and easy as using the ISO app, I must say. It is really quick and easy in the ISO app. But you do get a lot more, like this noise reduction. Mind you do get noise reduction in the ISO app, but it's not as great. See how, to me this is looking really clear. A lot better than before I added the noise reduction, I must say. Now, let me just stop this, because I actually did an experiment with a Tiny Planet, and I was using keyframe, and I also applied quite a lot of effects on this. If I can get the effects, let me get rid of that for a minute. Where are the effects? Where are they all gone, eh? Let me select that for a minute. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I added 360 sharpen, which made a real difference. This is what's making the rotation happen here, and the Tiny Planet, the pitch, noise reduction there. Look, 360 noise reduction. That's what's been added recently. I can show you that. It's really simple controls. I don't really want to change it because it'll start rendering. But yeah, I just left it on default. Whatever. This is the orientation. See the keyframes there. This is the Tiny Planet settings. Yeah. So, and that looks really sharp. And I like this Tiny Planet on Final Cut Pro because you can zoom it out more. Where I found in the app it was a bit limiting. It was cutting the top of Nelson's column in the ISO app. Where here I'm able to zoom it out a little bit more, so you get the full Nelson's column. I also got rid of the sensor tripod that was showing up in the other version, so that was pretty handy. Still got my cough. Oh yeah, so that's Tiny Planet in Final Cut Pro. I'm going to do loads of how-to videos for you guys, for the Mac, for you Mac users. I haven't got a PC anymore. Excuse me. I gave my PC to my brother because I decided to stick with the Mac. But I mean, the ISO app is really good. That's all I've been using a lot lately. I haven't really been using it on here because of the workflow. The file sizes seem to be too big. If I can work out how to get round all that, then I might use Final Cut Pro. But for now, I'll probably stick with the ISO app. But I do like to tinker around in Final Cut Pro now and again, and I might bring it in here just to clean the footage, final footage up. You know what I mean, in the editing, because that video, if I go back to here and here, you can see I did a lot of editing here. But all the panning, like if I play this bit, all the panning shots you see here was done in the app, and then all I did was I exported the video to the Mac and I put it into Final Cut Pro. That was my workflow. So I did all the panning shots, all the movement and stuff in the app, exported it, and then brought it into Final Cut Pro, where I basically set it all up, and I was able to add, like the map there, and the intro and stuff. Yeah, and I'm also able to clean it up a bit more in Final Cut Pro, especially now they've added this noise reduction and the 360 noise reduction there. So I could even bring in raw 360 footage, but it's a lot simpler using the app for the rotation, for the rotating around. than it is in Final Cut Pro, because you literally just do it all with your finger, don't you, in the app. It's a lot quicker, especially if you've got a long video, and then you can bring it into your main editor and, you know, cut it all up or whatever you want, or just stick with the app. I mean, a lot of the other videos were done just in the app, but I've started to use my intros now for the YouTube. But yeah, I mean, I'm quite impressed with the sharpness now. It's a shame that update didn't come out yesterday when I was doing the editing, but never mind. I learned a lot on that shoot as regard to the low light, and to be honest, I didn't really notice it straight away until you guys started picking up on it, and then I started taking a closer look, and I could see what you were talking about. So, lesson learned: low light. I mean, my hint will be my glasses not going dark. Use a tripod more, and do still, so it's in one place, anchored even though, and then, you know, rotate the screen around. Add a lot more of that in there, I think. But it's live and learn, really, with these things. But yeah, but that noise there, getting rid of that does help it a lot more, and it looks really crisp. I'm quite impressed with the sharpness there, you know. Very impressed with that. So Final Cut Pro are definitely improving. I'm not sure if that noise reduction was there before, but I know the 360 noise reduction was definitely added today, because that was in the list. And it's a shame I didn't know about this noise reduction before. So there you go. Anyway, just a quick little pop in, really. I'm working night shifts at the moment, so it's awkward for me to get out. So I'm hoping next week I'll get out and do some more. I'm definitely improving, I think, with the videoing and learning a lot about the camera and conditions. So, oh, that's what I was going to say. I did charge up the camera on that shoot, and also you can use it whilst charging it, which is really handy to know. So if you're doing any time lapses and stuff on your tripod or whatever, you can plug it in to your power bank and save a bit of battery. I did actually stop for about 15 minutes and sat in the park whilst it was charging, so that gave me a bit of extra life in the filming. Yeah, so that's worth knowing. It's a shame we have to do that and not just bung a battery in, but we can't get hold of them at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah. But overall, that day was pretty good until I was going home. I discovered that the reason the streets are empty there is because they were all on the underground. Yeah, train was packed. So they were all under the ground there. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. Love your comments and everything. And yeah, let's get out there and start filming. Talk again soon. Take care.